that first step out of bed. For a lot of us, that one step tells us exactly how the day is going to go. Is it a smooth, easy transition from sleep to standing? Or is it a moment filled with stiffness, aches, and a heaviness in your legs that makes you feel decades older than you really are? You push yourself up, and your ankles feel locked, your knees creak, and your hips feel like they belong to somebody else. You probably just chalk it up to a bad night's sleep, your age, or think it's just something you have to learn to live with. A normal part of the journey. But what if it's not? What if that morning stiffness, that leg achiness, that feeling of your legs being heavy and dead, isn't a life sentence, but a warning sign? A silent alarm your body has been trying to send you morning after morning. And what if I told you that by ignoring this signal, you are fast-forwarding the clock on your legs, giving up what could be a decade of youthful mobility and strength? It's a shocking thought, I know, but the science is clear. What you do in those first few moments of waking can dramatically change the health and longevity of your legs. You wake up and your legs feel stiff, heavy, and sore. You might think it's just a normal part of getting older, something you have to accept. But that's a myth. What if a simple 3-minute habit, one you can do before your feet even touch the floor, could not only erase that stiffness but actually add a decade of youthful vitality back to your legs? In this video, we'll reveal the science-backed morning habit that turns back the clock on your leg health by boosting circulation and flexibility. This isn't about some grueling workout or expensive equipment. This is about a fundamental shift in how you start your day, a secret that can give your legs a new lease on life. Stay with me, because you're about to learn the key to unlocking a future with stronger, more resilient, and pain-free legs. Section 1. The silent epidemic in your legs. Let's talk more about that feeling, because it's more than just a little annoyance. It's that hesitation before you get up from the chair. It's the slow, careful way you have to take the stairs. It's the quiet fear in the back of your mind about falling, about losing your independence. This isn't just in your head. It's a physical reality for millions, and it's caused by a collection of problems that are easy to ignore. First, there's the stiffness. When you sleep, you're mostly still for hours. This makes the synovial fluid, which is the natural lubricant in your joints, thicken up. Think of it like honey left in the cold. It just doesn't flow well. Your cartilage, the cushion in your joints, can also dry out a bit overnight. This combo creates what some people call morning gel, where your joints feel like they've set, and it takes real effort to get them moving. For some, this feeling fades in minutes, but for others, it can hang around for an hour or more, casting a shadow over the whole day. Then, there's the ache and the heaviness. This is often a cry for help from your circulatory system. During the day, whenever you walk, your leg muscles, especially your calves, act as a powerful second heart. They squeeze the veins and pump blood back up to your actual heart, fighting against gravity. But overnight, this muscle pump is turned off. Blood flow slows way down, and for some people, it can start to pool in the lower legs. This pooling is what causes that heavy, achy, and sometimes swollen feeling when you wake up. But there's a deeper, more sneaky process at work here, one that most people have never even heard of. It's a silent epidemic called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia literally means poverty of flesh, and it's the age-related loss of muscle and strength. And this isn't something that just happens when you turn 70. The science is startling. This process can start as early as our 40s. From that point on, if you don't do anything about it, you can lose a huge percentage of your muscle mass with each passing decade. Why does this matter so much for your legs? Your leg muscles are the biggest muscles in your body. They are your foundation. They let you stand, walk, balance, and live on your own. When sarcopenia takes hold, your walking speed slows down. Your risk of a devastating fall skyrockets. It's not just about losing muscle. It's about losing function, losing freedom, and losing your confidence. Simple things we take for granted, getting out of a car, carrying groceries, playing with grandkids, all become harder and even dangerous. This slow, silent erosion of your strength is one of the biggest threats to your quality of life as you get older. And it's directly tied to inactivity. Move it or lose it. So, that morning stiffness and achiness isn't just a random feeling. It's the combined signal of stiff joints, sluggish circulation, and the long-term, creeping effects of muscle loss that paves the way for sarcopenia. It's your body telling you, every single morning, that your legs are not getting what they need to stay young. Section 2. Debunking the myths that keep your legs trapped. Before we get to the solution, we have to clear out some mental roadblocks. There are a few common myths about leg health that keep people stuck in a cycle of pain and getting weaker. Believing these myths is actively harmful because it stops you from taking the simple steps that could change everything. Myth 1. Leg pain and stiffness are just a normal part of getting older. This is the most dangerous myth because it makes you passive. It makes you a spectator in your own life. Yes, our bodies change with age, but serious pain and losing your ability to get around are not mandatory. Think of it this way. Gray hair might be a normal part of aging, but if your hair was falling out in clumps, you'd know something was wrong. You wouldn't just accept it. You'd look for a reason. The same is true for your legs. That heavy, stiff feeling is a sign that something is off, usually with your circulation and muscle health, and you have power over those things. Blaming it all on age is just an excuse to do nothing. People in blue zones around the world are often incredibly mobile into their 90s and beyond, not because of magic genes, but because of their daily habits. They are living proof that this decline is not a given. Myth 2. The only way to strengthen your legs is with intense gym workouts. When people hear exercise, they picture heavy weights and grueling, sweat-drenched sessions at the gym. If you're already dealing with pain, that can feel impossible. This all-or-nothing thinking usually leads to doing nothing. The truth is, the biggest changes often come from small, consistent, gentle movements. You do not need a gym to fight sarcopenia or fix your circulation. In fact, the most powerful morning habit starts before your feet even touch the floor. Simple exercises using just your own body weight can be incredibly effective at waking up your muscles and telling them to grow. Consistency beats intensity every time. Myth 3. If it hurts, you should just rest and not move it. There's a huge difference between the sharp, piercing pain of an injury and the chronic stiffness we're talking about. You should never push through sharp pain, but completely immobilizing a stiff, achy joint is often the worst thing you can do. Remember that morning gel, not moving, is what causes the stiffness in the first place. Gentle, controlled movement is the antidote. It warms up the joint fluid, making it less thick. It gets blood flowing to the area, delivering oxygen and nutrients that help reduce inflammation. It tells your muscles they're still needed. Rest is one thing, but a total lack of movement just continues the cycle of stiffness and weakness. Myth 4. Stretching is only for athletes or flexible people. So many people think, I'm not flexible, so I can't stretch. That's completely backward. You stretch because you're not flexible. Flexibility isn't the entry ticket, it's the prize. And it's not about being able to touch your toes. Good flexibility is what allows your joints to move through their full range of motion, which is essential for preventing injuries. Simple, gentle stretches help lengthen muscles that get tight from sitting or sleeping, which takes a ton of strain off your joints. By letting go of these myths, you open the door to a new reality, one where you can actively improve the health of your legs, starting today with one simple morning habit. Section 3. The science of waking up your legs. To really understand the power of this habit, you need to see what's happening inside your legs after a long night of rest. Let's start with your blood. Your circulatory system is like a massive network of highways delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell. Your heart is the main pump, but it has a crucial assistant for your lower body, your muscles. As we said, when your leg muscles contract, they squeeze the veins, pushing blood upward. This is your calf muscle pump, your second heart. Now, picture what happens overnight. For 7 or 8 hours, you're lying still. That second heart is off the clock. Blood flow gets sluggish. Waste products that are normally flushed out can build up in your tissues. This is a huge reason for that heavy, achy feeling. Your cells are literally waking up in yesterday's garbage, starved for fresh, oxygenated blood. Next, your muscles. Sleep is for rest, but it's also what's known as a catabolic state. This just means your body can start breaking down tissues, including muscle, for energy. It's a normal process, but it shows why your first moves in the morning are so critical. You need to flip a switch in your body from a breakdown state to a building or anabolic state. The communication lines between your nerves and muscles are also dormant. They need a reboot. Firing up your muscles first thing in the morning sends a powerful signal. Stop breaking down muscle. We need it. Time to build. This is a direct counterattack against sarcopenia. Finally, let's go back to the joints and that thick synovial fluid. Think of your joints like a car engine on a freezing morning. You wouldn't start the car and immediately floor it. You let it warm up. Gentle movement does the same thing for your joints. It circulates that fluid, thinning it out and making sure it coats all the cartilage, which reduces friction. Alongside this is your fascia, the thin web of tissue that wraps around your muscles. When you're still, fascia can get stuck and less pliable, adding to that locked-up feeling. Gentle stretching helps to hydrate and release this fascia, letting everything glide smoothly again. So, the perfect morning habit isn't random. It has to be a strategic three-part attack that does three things. Reactivate the second heart to get blood moving and flush out waste. Engage the leg muscles to flip off the breakdown state and fight sarcopenia. Gently move the joints to lubricate them and erase stiffness. When you do these three things, you aren't just shaking off sleep. You're changing the entire environment of your legs from stagnation and breakdown to energy and repair. You are laying the foundation for a stronger lower body that can carry you for decades. Section 4. The 10-year rejuvenation habit. Your step-by-step morning protocol. Here it is. The one habit that puts all the science into action. It's not just one exercise, but a simple three-part routine you do in sequence, right in your bed, before you even stand up. Think of it as your morning leg activation. It takes maybe 3 to 5 minutes, but its effects will last all day and build up over time. Just remember to breathe and move slowly. Part 1. The circulatory kickstart, ankle pumps. The first step is all about getting that second heart beating again to move stagnant blood out of your lower legs. How to do it? Lying on your back in bed, with your legs out straight or slightly bent, just start pumping your ankles. First, point your toes away from you like you're hitting a gas pedal. Hold it for a second and feel your calf muscle squeeze. Then pull your toes back toward your shins, flexing your foot. Hold that for a second. That's 1 rep. Why it works? This simple movement is one of the best ways to activate that calf muscle pump. Every pump squeezes your veins, pushing old blood up towards your heart and making room for fresh, oxygen-rich blood to flow in. The protocol: do 20 to 30 slow, deliberate pumps. Don't rush it. Feel the squeeze and the stretch. Imagine you're literally pumping energy back into your legs. Part 2. The joint lubricator, knee tucks and rotations. Now that blood is moving, we need to wake up the 2 biggest joints in your legs, your hips and knees. How to do it? Still on your back, slowly bend your right knee and hug it toward your chest. You can use your hands to gently pull it closer for a nice, mild stretch. Hold it for about 20 seconds, breathing deep. Don't force anything. Next, while still holding the knee, make small, slow circles with it. First clockwise, then counterclockwise. Picture drawing a tiny circle on the ceiling with your kneecap. This gently moves the hip joint around in its socket. Do 5 circles each way. Now, let go, place your right foot flat on the bed, and let your bent knee gently fall out to the side, opening up your hip. Hold for 15 seconds. Bring it back to the middle. Why it works? Hugging the knee lubricates the joint and stretches your glutes. The circles get that synovial fluid moving all around the hip joint. Letting the knee fall open stretches your inner thigh and improves hip mobility. The protocol: do the whole sequence. The tuck, the rotations, the hip opener with your right leg, then do the exact same thing with your left leg. Part 3. The muscle activator, glute bridges. This last step is the most powerful. We're going to fire up the biggest muscles in your lower body, the glutes and hamstrings, to send that strong anti-sarcopenia signal. How to do it? Lie on your back with both knees bent and your feet flat on the bed, about hip-width apart. Rest your arms by your sides. Gently push through your heels and squeeze your glutes to lift your hips off the bed until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Try not to arch your back. The work should come from your glutes. Hold the top position for just a couple of seconds. Really focus on that strong squeeze. Then, slowly lower your hips back down. That's one rep. Why it works? The glute bridge is an amazing activation exercise. It wakes up your entire posterior chain, the powerhouse muscles of your body. Because it uses your own body weight for resistance, it directly tells your muscle fibers to build and maintain their mass, which is how you fight sarcopenia. The protocol: do 10 to 15 slow, controlled reps. Focus on the quality of the squeeze, not how high you can lift. And that's the habit. In less than 5 minutes, without getting out of bed, you've kick-started your circulation, lubricated your joints, and activated your biggest muscles. You have set a new course for your leg health for the entire day. Doing this every morning is like making a small deposit into your mobility retirement account. The dividends will be huge. Section 5. Amplify your results. The hydration protocol. Doing the morning leg activation is a massive step. But if you really want to boost the effects and build legs that feel younger, you can't ignore what you put into your body. Let's start with the easiest, most overlooked tool on the planet: water. You lose a lot of water overnight just by breathing. That means you wake up dehydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty. This is a big deal for your legs. Your muscles are about 75% water. When they're dehydrated, they can't work properly. Your joints need water to make that crucial lubricant fluid. Dehydration makes that fluid thicker and less effective, which leads directly to stiffness. Think of your muscles and tissues like sponges. When they're hydrated, they're plump and resilient. When they're dry, they're stiff and brittle, much more likely to cramp or get injured. So, the very first thing you should do after your routine is drink a big glass of water. Before coffee, before tea, before anything else. This is your internal shower. The protocol: keep a glass of water on your nightstand. The second your feet hit the floor, drink it. Aim for 8 to 16 ounces of room temperature water. Why it works? Drinking water right when you wake up starts rehydrating your tissues, helps your kidneys flush out the waste product your routine just stirred up, and gets your metabolism going. The connection: by hydrating right after you move, you're giving your freshly awakened muscles and joints the raw material they need to work right. You woke them up with movement. Now you're giving them the fluid they need to thrive. This 1-2 punch of movement, then water, can dramatically reduce morning aches. Don't skip this step. It's the liquid foundation for everything else. Section 6. Fueling the foundation. The leg strengthening breakfast. You've activated your muscles and hydrated your system. Now, you need to give them fuel. Your first meal of the day sets the tone for hours. A sugary breakfast causes inflammation and energy crashes. But a breakfast designed for muscle health will lock in the benefits of your morning routine and give you the building blocks for stronger legs. The key word is protein. After fasting all night and then doing your activation exercises, your muscles are primed to absorb protein for repair and growth. This is a golden opportunity. Giving them high-quality protein sends a powerful signal to your body to build new muscle tissue, the most direct way to fight sarcopenia. For older adults, getting at least 25 to 30 grams of protein in your first meal is a game changer. Why it works? Protein is made of amino acids, which are the literal building blocks of muscle. Eating a protein-rich breakfast isn't just about energy. You're actively investing in the strength of your legs. The protocol: ditch the sugary cereal, pastries, and white toast. Instead, build your breakfast around protein. Some great options: Greek yogurt, a fantastic source. Get the plain kind to avoid sugar and top it with berries and nuts. Eggs, the gold standard. Scrambled, boiled, or in an omelet with spinach, they provide top-tier protein. Oatmeal with a protein boost. Oatmeal is great for fiber. To make it a leg-strengthening meal, stir in a scoop of protein powder, some chia seeds, and a handful of walnuts. Don't forget fat and fiber. A breakfast that balances protein, healthy fats, like from avocado or nuts, and fiber from fruits and veggies, will stabilize your blood sugar and feed your muscles all morning. When you combine the morning routine, immediate hydration, and a protein-rich breakfast, you create a powerful synergy. The exercises create the demand, the water provides the transport, and the protein provides the building blocks. This is how you don't just slow down leg aging, you actively reverse it. Section 7. The power of consistency, making the habit stick. We've laid out the perfect morning plan, but the best plan in the world is useless if you only do it for a week. The real magic, the kind that can add a decade of life to your legs, comes down to one simple word: consistency. Small, daily actions, repeated over and over, add up to incredible results. The first week, the first thing you'll probably notice is less morning stiffness. Getting out of bed will just feel smoother. Be patient with yourself. You're creating a new normal. The first month, after a few weeks, the changes will be deeper. That leg achiness might start to fade. You'll likely have more energy in the mornings. Your balance might feel more solid. The first year and beyond, this is where the real anti-aging happens. By consistently telling your body to build and keep muscle, you're actively winning the fight against sarcopenia. Your joints will be healthier, protected by stronger muscles. This is how you build the foundation to be active and independent in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. This is how you add 10 good years to your leg life. So how do you make sure you stick with it? Habit stacking. Attach this new routine to something you already do. The cue is simple. When my alarm goes off, I do my leg routine. It just becomes part of waking up. Prepare for success. The night before, put a glass of water on your nightstand. Making it easy removes any friction to getting started. Focus on the feeling. Don't just go through the motions. Pay attention to how good it feels. Notice the warmth in your legs during the ankle pumps. Feel the release in your hips. When you connect with a positive feeling, the habit becomes its own reward. Forgive yourself. You might miss a day. It happens. Don't let one missed day become 2 or 3. Just get back to it the next morning. It's about consistency, not perfection. This isn't a quick fix. It's a lifelong practice. It's a promise you make to your future self. A promise to stay strong, mobile, and free. Mastering this morning habit is a huge step towards a future with strong, healthy legs. But what you do for the rest of the day matters too. If you found this useful, you'll love my next video, the 5 anti-aging exercises you should do every day, where we'll go over simple movements you can sprinkle throughout your day to boost your strength even more. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Let's go back to where we started. That moment you wake up, that first step. Now, imagine a different reality. Instead of stiffness, you feel ready. Instead of aches, you feel a gentle warmth. Instead of heaviness, you feel a quiet strength. You swing your legs out of bed and stand up with confidence. Your ankles, knees, and hips feel loose and cooperative. The floor feels solid under your feet. This isn't a fantasy. This is the direct result of the simple choice you can make every morning. By giving just a few minutes to your legs, you are rewriting your future. You are telling your body, on a cellular level, that you are not ready to slow down. The promise of adding 10 years to your leg life isn't just about number. It's about the quality of those years. It's about having the strength to travel, the balance to play with your grandkids, the mobility to live in your own home, and the freedom to say yes to life without being held back by your body. You have the knowledge. You have the step-by-step plan. The only thing left is to begin. Start tomorrow morning. Make that small investment in your future self. Embrace this one habit and claim your decade of new leg life. You deserve it.